Time will tell all there is to be told. Just take a step back, Use this video as a reminder to just take a step back from everything in your life and just live, just breathe. Because you realize, if there are two people that are trying to control the same car, you'll have an accident, right? If two people are trying to control the steering wheel at once, then the car is just gonna, either go too far right or too far left. And that's basically exactly what we're doing. God is already holding the steering wheel, is already taking you to the destination. But when we try to just come in and take the steering wheel and try to control our lives in a certain way, that's when things go wrong. That's when accidents happen. I just feel like we have way too little faith, and we just want to control every single little thing in our lives. And when we just, take a step back and let God control everything in our lives, that is when we actually that's when we're most at peace. That's when everything's perfect. I mean, it's hard to let go too, because you have this attachment. You're always, the human ego just wants to control everything, just wants to hold the wheel and just try to take any exit and just force everything. But that's the opposite way, You have to just let everything be, let everything flow, let God take control. He's already taking control. He's already driving the car. You just sit in the passenger seat and you just let go, And then everything that you want is going to come to your life. And I'm not talking about, don't work and just sit on your ass and everything's going to come. No, you work hard, but at the same time, you have that faith in God, You work hard, you try to find any possible way to make whatever you're doing, to make it work, to succeed, to gain success. But at the same time, you don't control the outcome. You just let God control the outcome. You control the input and God controls the output. That's it. And when I think about this phrase specifically, time will tell all there is to be told. This is just beautiful. Think about this, I think we think way too short term. We're always in a state of, today, tomorrow, what do I want this week? But then we don't really get the bird's eye view. The bird's eye view is important because that's when you see yourself in a grand scheme of everything. That's when you see your life, not just, today and tomorrow and my pleasures and the thing, the way I'm feeling, which changes every single day. It's about everything. It's about your entire life and the way everything just falls into place. Think about every single one of your problems right now. Think about everything that you like, something you want in your life so bad or something you want out of your life so bad, whatever it may be. In the next 1 year, you probably won't know whether it's good for you. You probably won't know if it's gonna stay, if it's gonna leave. You don't know what's gonna happen, But if you look in terms of 30 years, 50 years, all those answers, all the questions you have are gonna be answered. Is this thing good for me? Is this thing supposed to be in my life? Is this thing not supposed to be in my life? Do I deserve this? Does this thing deserve me? All of these questions are going to be answered exactly when you just relax, just let everything go. See everything in terms of years and decades. Think long term, because the longer term you think, let's say you go through a breakup. The 3 months, the 4 months where you're just getting over the pain, the heartbreak and everything. If you're thinking in terms of day to day, that will put you in a really, really bad place. You'll be in your mind and it's a really tough thing. But if you just expand your time horizon, it's just going to make things seem way more proportional to what they actually are. You're not going to overcomplicate things. You're not going to over-exaggerate the pain. The 4 months post-breakup are going to be so hard when you think of life in terms of 4 months. Then it's everything, But if you think of life in terms of 50 years, what is 3 months as a fraction of 50 years? It's like such a small percentage that it doesn't even count. It's almost negligible. And that's the same with everything. Every single small inconvenience, every small thing in our lives, things that come, people that go, it all just makes sense when we look at it from a larger view, when we just detach from our ego and we just let go and we just be like, this is God brought this into my life and he took it from my life and that's it. I'm not going to get attached to this thing because I know it was a bonus. Anything beyond yourself, anything you gain above yourself, it's all bonus. And I know this is easier said than done. You're always going to experience that pain. You're always going to go through things in your mind. You're always going to come to the conclusion that, life is painful or life is tough or you go through bad things, hard times and everything. But when you just stop and just, this was a good experience, it came into my life when it did. And I have no say in whether or not this thing stays in my life. That's up to God. That's not up to me. If this thing is for me, it will stay. If this thing is not for me, it's going to leave. Hear that just one more time. If it's meant for you, it will find its way into your life. If it wasn't meant for you, it will not find its way into your life. Or if it comes into your life, it will leave and depart. I know it's hard to believe that everything in your life right now is going just the way you want it to, because sometimes you have a plan for yourself. You want something to happen. You want something to go a certain way, but then it doesn't really go that way. And that's when you really question life. That's when it kind of hits you sometimes. And it hits you when you least expect it to. But when you just say, God, this is on you. This is everything. This is your plan. I trust you. All my trust in you, God. And that's it. I leave my hands from my life and I just, this is my experience, and let me experience it. Let me not make any comments, any judgments. Let me just go through the bad, the good, the ups, the downs, and let me just see where this takes me. That's such a powerful perspective, in my opinion, at least. You always have attachment. You always have this rooted fear, this rooted pain. That's the thing. It's never gonna get better, you know? Even if you think in the future, when you get this thing, you get into this relationship, you get that job, you know, you get the house, you get the car, you get the fame, whatever desire you have, it's not going to actually take away everything that you feel right now. It really doesn't. What it does is it enhances your current state, everything you get. So if you're already not being present, if you're already in a state of resistance to yourself and you just can't accept yourself and you're always looking forward to something, it's going to enhance that. It's going to enhance the pain and the attachment you feel towards certain things. So that's it. Just let it all go, you know. On a long enough timeline, everybody's survival rate drops to 0. It's one of my favorite quotes from Fight Club, and it's just so true, you know. Every 120 years, there is a new group of people on Earth. Think about that. Every 120 years, every single person that was on this earth is not there anymore, and people are living in your old homes, you know. So just have patience. Sometimes patience is all you need. Sometimes just, you know, just making it through, like pushing through one more day, you know. You did it yesterday, you can do it today. You can do it tomorrow. You know, you made it through last week. You can make it through this week. It's just a matter of numbers, you know. And even when it seems hard, even when it seems painful, even when it doesn't seem clear, and you don't know exactly what's gonna happen, you don't know exactly how everything's gonna fall into place, you just let go, man. You know, this is what I gotta go through. It's gonna probably make me a better person. Let me go through this. Let me just push through and just make it happen, you know. Make good things happen. Work towards your goals, work towards your ambitions. And you're gonna have days, of course, where you feel like you don't know what to feel, you know. You feel stuck, you feel confused, you feel agitated, frustrated, you know. You feel directionless, but that's part of the process. Part of the process of finding yourself is losing yourself and then finding yourself again. Because every time you lose yourself and then you manage to find yourself, you've unlocked something in your brain. You've unlocked this self-confidence, this image, this energy. It all makes sense once you see it in terms of 50 years, once you just broaden your horizon of everything, and just time will tell all, man. Patience is key. Patience is everything, you know. Live in a grateful state. Everything will fall into place when the time is right.